What's up guys, this is Excessive Car Stuff, and today I have a video on my Lego Dodge Viper ACR. To start it off, this is a Dodge Viper, and it is the holder, well, previous holder of the Nuremberg Ring lap record. I think it was beat by the Mercedes AMG Project 1, and I think the AMG Project 1 might have gotten beat by something. I don't know, I don't keep up with it a whole lot, but just based off of things that I've seen. So, yeah, this is the car. It's a front engine 8.4 liter V10, which is pretty insane. I mean, that's probably like the highest liters that I've ever seen on a car. It's got these nice swooping angles on the side and this nice crossbar in the front. And yeah, it's kind of an all-around good car. We've got the spoiler up there. Once again, red sticker's a little bit miscolored, but I did my best. It's got this red stripe just all the way down it, and this is based off of an actual spec. So this spec does exist in real life on this particular model. The wheel wells in the real car aren't black, but I didn't have any blue ones, and I figured that the black ones would match pretty well. So I will change those to blue eventually, but not right now. So yeah, let's get into it a little bit deeper. Alright, so here we got a rear view, and yeah, so we've got the tail lights that I recreated in a pretty simple technique, but, well, simple I say. It looks simple from the outside, and the headlights themselves are pretty simple, but in order to get them in that position, it was very difficult. The back was probably the hardest part of this car. I did a lot of things to try to get the curvy shaping of the Dodge Viper, and to try to create the little intakes and all those things, and but yeah, it was a bit of a pain, but turned out pretty good in my opinion. So we've got that big diffuser there. Yeah, these wheels are pretty close to the back. There's not a whole lot of space on the back, and kind of same thing in the front. I just got it on a tile so that it doesn't roll. But yeah, so we've got that red Dodge Viper logo there, and then this big massive rear wing to generate a lot of downforce so that it can turn corners at high speeds. It's side piped, and that is how the real car is. It's got exhaust pipes just right in front of the rear wheels. We got the mirrors up here using a technique that's been seen on quite a few cars. Pretty simple, but yeah. So let's get deeper into some of these building techniques. To create the taillights here, I've got this little hinge piece that would usually go together for part of a hinge brick, but I've got the taillights mounted on that, so it kind of just puts a little bit of black under that and holds it up and keeps enough space, because if it was here it would kind of get in the way of things. So that just kind of seats in there, but it's also got a piece on the side that forms part of the side of the car there, and it's kind of just kind of a whole mess in there. But yeah, because like the structural integrity was also pretty difficult in the back. It was falling apart a lot, and it's still kind of fragile. It's probably the most fragile part of the car, but it holds together pretty well now. So yeah, that's about how that works. And then just kind of for this bumper here, we've got some things like this with these double jumper plates and all sorts of stuff. It's kind of one of those things where to understand it fully, you just have to build the car. And I don't really have instructions for these. That's a thing for possibly someday, but I can't guarantee anything. So, yeah, that's the main things for the back of the car. In the front of the car, we've got some interesting techniques here. Just using some hinge plates to get these angles just mounted on brackets. We've got this bar here. The hood is... Sorry for my hand being in the way. The hood here is mounted on another one of those little hinge pieces. I love those things. They're so helpful. But yeah, another cool thing that I did is I created that knock-a-duct up front using... I don't want to break that. I'll do that later. But I created the knock-a-ducts up front using these pieces right here, these little curved plates, and these would just go up against the bigger tile up here. But yeah, that's the gist of the main building techniques. Let's move on to the interior. Alright, so in the interior here we have some nice little sticker details and brick build details. So we've got the Viper logos up there on the seats. They are supposed to be bucket seats actually, but this kind of worked a little better for me because the driver actually has to lean back a little ways. So yeah, we've got this back window here that would connect to that in the real car. We've got the speedometer, e-brake, manual transmission, or manual shifter. And then this is actually an extra piece from the Pagani Utopia that I used just to create a little glove box detail there. And then this on the screen, that might just be Escape from Journey, but you know, as a fan of 80s music and 70s, 90s, all those things, I kind of had to put my own Easter eggs in there, even though this is a 2017 model of car. But yeah, that's the interior. The minifigures are seated pretty low using that new chassis piece. That really helps to get things like that where you wouldn't really be able to do this before. But yeah, it's got a cool angle to it. I used these curve pieces to get that roof because I mean I've seen some other mocks that are good, but they just don't have the curviness that the real Viper has. The real Viper is a very curvy car, which is a little bit strange because most of Dodge's cars are pretty boxy, but they decided to make this one a lot more organic. So I was able to get quite a bit of those things in, and up here it's a little bit blocky, but overall it's got some nice curves to it, so I'm pretty happy with it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's the gist of this car, and make sure to stay tuned for future videos. I'm still trying to decide what I'll do next, so I would love to hear in the comments what you guys would like. I may not do them, I might, I don't know, I'm still trying to decide, but I do kind of have a good idea for a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, kind of a slightly older one that has some orange wheels and orange accents. I think that would look super cool on mainly black cars, so you know, I might do that, I might not. We'll just see. So tell me what you guys think, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.